What is going on, everybody? Heathen here, and we are back with the Dark Souls walkthrough. One thing I want to note before we get started here, I did go farm up the souls, the 10,000 souls it would take to upgrade Drake's Sword to +1. I went back to Andre and used one of our dragon scales to upgrade this to +1. So we do have a little bit more damage. This isn't really a necessary thing to do, but if you want a little extra oomph going down into this next section, I would definitely recommend it. One great little easy farm you can do for souls is from this bonfire, just run up here, run on to this bridge, and run right back down. The dragon will flame everybody up there. You'll net about 555 souls every time, so, just run back down there, go to the bonfire, rinse and repeat. We are going to run up this way. Might take a little bit of damage here from Mr. Dragon. Just want to keep on running. And run back to our door here. We use basement key. We're heading on down to the depths. First, we have to go through Lower Undead Burg. So first thing we want to do is pop a right here. Go up these stairs. Open this door. And we are right back out to... There's the bonfire we started at there. I can take these guys out. Nice little shortcut if you end up taking the L a few times with this boss. It can be a little bit tricky. Come right back down here. And hold that shield up. Got some dogs coming at us. There's one more running around here, I thought. Maybe it was just a body of one. We want to pop around this well here. Head down this way first. Now, once again, these fire guys are pretty potent if you let them get one over on you. So we just want to take it easy and keep our shields up. We can do that. Attack right there. That almost killed me. It's a nasty one. Down here for 20 humanities. Now we're going to get an ambush here in just a second. A bunch of guys are going to come out of these so-called houses. Door opens right here. Take this guy out. And these guys do have a jumping attack. They can also poison you, so just be mindful of that. They'll jump on you and stab you and cut you really bad. Going here for a mail breaker. Down this way for another gank. We just want to pull these guys back here. Dodge their little... Roll into this, let this guy fall down, we'll get a soul item. And more dogs. Into this house for the full thief set. Target shield. And this door is a boss this time, but first thing we're going to do is pop around here, get ourselves another little shortcut. I'm going to heal up before I go down here. Sneaky guy right there. Got a door on the right that we'll take to the depths after we get the key from this boss. Soul item and walk right up this Pavel-like tower here. Right here to our right, we have a new vendor. A female undead vendor. She sells a lot of very, very important consumable items. Charcoal pine resin puts fire on your weapon, does extra damage to enemies, very, very good. Transient curse we'll be using later on in the game, so we can hit and kill ghosts. Rotten pine resin, same thing as fire resin except for poison. Homeward bones, prism stones, humanities. We also have purging stones, which will be pretty important coming up. We're going to start running into enemies that will curse us. If you get cursed, it depletes a portion of your health permanently until you use one of these purging stones. So it's a pretty brutal instant death status effect. Also, the triple purple moss clump, blooming, and blood red for poison, toxin, and bleed. So she sells a lot of cool stuff, plus arrows. Poison arrows are very useful. Things like that. So if you're interested in any of those things, I would grab them right now. If you've got the extra souls laying around. We shoot down this hallway. We finally get to open this little path here. That leads up to Undead Burg. And if you come right out here, you can see there's Firelink. I am actually going to shoot down to Firelink and rest. So we have the 10 heals as opposed to the 3 we have right now. Be a lot easier on us fighting this pretty nasty boss. This guy really quick, see if we get a humanity again. No luck with that one. That way, if we die on this boss, we start out with our 10 heals instead of our 5. Might be a little bit longer run back compared to the other bonfire, but I think it's worth it for the extra heals. I'm gonna go ahead and kill them. I don't want them waiting outside the gate while we fight this guy. There are a few things about this boss. He's got 2 dog friends, and he hits pretty hard, so the first thing we want to do is kind of roll to the right to try and mitigate every one of them hitting us at the same time. Run up the stairs here. We can hopefully circle around these dogs and kill them off. He will come up here so we can rinse and repeat this this little gag here. Once his dog friends are out of the way, he is a lot easier to handle. And down goes Mr. Kappa. We get Key to the Depths. Humanity, Homeward Bone. Ooh, we got Great Demon, Demon Great Machete. I don't think that's a guaranteed drop off him. And 6,000 souls. So maybe you won't get Great Demon Machete. We can head on back down here. And start our adventure into the depths. There's quite a bit of ganks right here at the beginning from these little undead hollow guys. You can just turn this corner, get this guy. And all these guys come around here. Drop off the edge. Don't be shy, let the shield take the reins there. It is really our piece of OP equipment in this area. Ouchie. I don't know how they didn't kill him. You can pull this dog. Use the bow, just so we don't pull the butcher yet. Uh-oh, there's the other dog, of course. These dogs do poison you. You can, did he go off the edge again? Oh my god. And there's Butcher. Butcher can be backstabbed. We want to try and go for that. Wow, that dog gave me a lot of trouble. Go, big old backstab. And a couple of hits. Picking him down, we'll get the sack, which is a very aesthetic headpiece. Go over here for another ember. I believe this is the large ember. And I do want to note this area right here. This is a nice little drop down. You can go and get the spider shield here. We will be taking this, just not right now. We want to come back to that later, as that puts us in kind of a rough spot to explain the best way to go through the lower part of the depths there. But we want to put on our rusted iron ring. If you don't use your rusted iron ring here, you'll be slow walking, which is a really kind of a pain in the ass in this area. Right over here. And save our good friend the Pyromancer.
You must help me. I would have been a supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. I am Laurentius, or the Great Spawn. Oh, hello there. I'm fine.
He will show back up at Firelink and sell us pyromancies and the pyromancy hand. If you didn't start with the pyromancy class, that is where you can get all that started. Pyromancy is extremely powerful in Dark Souls 1. Probably one of the best spell casting classes there is. So very, very useful if you want to throw some fire around. There is another butcher that'll come for us here. Come on, big guy. It's interesting because our pyromancer friend calls it a her. I think they're referring to the butcher, but I'm not sure. Maybe you guys know the lore on that better than I do. But he says her. I'm not sure if he's referring to the butcher or maybe he's referring to Quelaag. Just an interesting little piece of lore there. Door. We want to take out our bow. Shoot this nasty thing down first. Uh-oh. I missed it. Third time's a charm. That will drop on your head and do quite a bit of damage, so we want to go ahead and just get him down here. Our soul item. And you can see we have a whole hallway full of these things. We want to let them drop down. They'll kind of drop down before you get to them, hopefully. Just keep an eye on them, because they do a lot of damage if they get on top of you. Not much damage if they're just walking around, but lots of damage if they drop on you. So we're going to use the master key to open this door here. We will be getting the key. If you didn't take the master key as your starting item, we will be getting the key for this door in just a second. So no worries there. Go ahead and light that. Use our souls. Rest up. And I do like to kindle this bonfire, so we're going to go ahead and do that while we're here so we can have the 10 as opposed to the 5 heals. And level up our strength to 21. We're almost there. One more level. Will be Black Knight Great Sorting for the rest of the game. This bonfire is a boss bonfire. You'll be going from the boss of this area from here, so we want to make sure that we have plenty of heals to do everything we want to do in this area. There's a door below us down this ladder, but it is locked for now. We're going to open that here in just a second. Take a left. And I do want to point out, if you are low on humanity or want to just farm humanity, this is probably the best little area to do it in. I am poisoned. We'll go ahead and put on our purple moss clumps, because there's quite a few of those guys throughout here. This is probably the best area to farm humanity in the game. There's our great axe. You go to that bonfire, come down here, kill these rats over and over again. There are items that increase your item discovery, so watch out for that. Those can help if you're farming humanity. It happened again. Wow. That is really unlucky. Bunches of rats. I'm going to go ahead and pop a heal. And if you reach through the bars here, you get the sewer chamber key. This is the key that opens the door to the bonfire. So if you didn't take the master key, you can go right back up there, rest up, before we go and fight our huge rat friend in there. Hey, we finally got a humanity. Alright, this we will wrap around to. That falls down to a very dangerous place. We don't want to go there yet, so we're going to play it safe. Go straight first for soul item. And this is not a boss fog door, so no worry to be in fear here. But this is a place where we want to be very careful. There's a wizard walking around. We want to drop down on him first if we can. Won't let me target him. Go in and kill him. He will buff the rats around him. Wow. That was almost a bad time. Sometimes you can pull him over to the stairs and drop down on him. But he'll buff those rats up and do a little dance. They hit really, really hard if they are buffed. So we got a couple of rats in these boxes here. Our little humanity farms. Don't believe there's anything over here. I check every time. One of those places where it seems like there should be something there and there's not. That is our boss arena. We'll be in later. We want to take a right here. That is the opposite side of where I just said that drops down to a dangerous place. This side will be, that leads to nothing over there, just a little slime. So we want to take... We come in, take a right, and our first left. Grab our soul of a nameless soldier. That is where behind the slime leads. We will be down in the area that leads to in just a second, but we'll be going a much safer route than if we just drop down there. We're gonna pull our big rat friend over here. They can't get through the door. They're too big. Let's go out and fight them over here. Ouchie. He hits really hard. We hit pretty hard too. If you stay on his side, he usually whips his attacks. You can get between his little legs. Goodbye, big rat. Get 1,000 souls and a humanity. Soul of a nameless soldier. You see that item up there? When I talked about the drop down behind the butcher earlier, that is where that leads. We will be going back up there in just a second. But if you drop down here first, it would kind of disorient you to the real direction of where we're going here. So that's where we came in the first place. So we want to slide down here. We want to stay all the way to the left. There is a death drop there, and it is not fun. Take a right here. Open up this door that was locked earlier, and this leads right back to the bonfire. Now, like I said, now we have the sewer chamber key. Now, anybody who has this key is available to grab all that stuff. We're going to go back really quick. We'll be able to just run through. Oh, no. Cool. We missed some. That was close. And run back through and do that drop down behind the butcher now. We have all the doors open. Probably best we put this other ring on. We don't have to mess with any of these enemies. Drop right down here. They might follow us down here, I'm not sure. They do. What a pleasant surprise. There we go. Now this is down where we fought the rat, down there. Go across the way here. For our spider shield. Drop back down. Slide move again. We can go right across the way. There is a vendor over here that eventually sells boss armor sets.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just, well, a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
So he sells gold pine resin, which is extremely, extremely useful. Gives you holy on your weapon. Bottomless box. He sells crystal shields and swords. Crystal shields and swords are really, really strong, but they have insanely low durability, so they break really, really easy. So I don't think the exchange is really worth it. He sells arrows, of course, and right now he only sells his armor set. He will eventually sell boss armor sets the more boss we kill.
Come back, not every trip. There'll be more in.
But eventually, right after we kill this boss of this area, he will move to Firelink Shrine, so we'll have easier access to him. Now we want to go on over here. We got more big rats. More chances at humanity. You can break these big, disgusting things. You can kind of get caught on them, so it can be a little bit dangerous. But you don't have to. They don't do anything. They won't hurt you. Now, that gas is what is going to cause our curse buildup. We got invaded because we are human. So Mr. Kirk has spiky armor. I think he's back here. You might notice this armor was used in Night Rain as an executor skin. And he goes down pretty easy. Fat rolls, he's not going to move very fast. He will poison you, but he kind of gets bodied if you just go in on him. But that will only happen if you have unhollowed yourself, so just keep that in mind. Here for a soul item. We want to take a hard left. And just watch out for these guys. Because that curse buildup is pretty brutal. It will kill you immediately if it fills all the way up, so just be mindful of that. You'll get cursed, and you'll have to use a purging stone to get rid of the effect of that. I'm going to go ahead and kill this one with a bow. And we might be able to do the same one down here. Okay, I'm not going to risk it. We'll be around there in just a second. You can drop down on these guys. And we'll have a bunch more coming through the door here. We just want to take them out before they can get that gas on us. I think there's one more in there waiting around. There he is. If you circle around the back of them, you miss the most of the gas, so just kind of keep them targeted and jump around. Grab our Ring of Evil Eye. That ring gives you health, a little bit of health every time you kill an enemy, so it's pretty useful. If you're taking a lot of damage, maybe not using a shield, that is a pretty useful item. You can see that is the hole we were looking in just a little bit earlier. Right down there. We can go up this way, and we want to remove all our armor. You jump farther if you have a fast roll rate. Oh, wow, we're looking good. Get my jump practice in. Okay. We want to just run around the corner and jump like that. If you fall down there, you've already killed the basilisk, so no worries there. Humanity. Break back across. Put our armor back on. Oopsies, that's the wrong helm. That's not fashion. That's fashion. Okay. And now we can head on back. Go on up top and rest on up. And hopefully level enough to use Black Knight Greatsword. Oh yeah. Now, let me explain what is happening here. We don't have enough strength to one-hand it. You see the little X by the picture of the item down there. If we two-hand it, though, we do have enough. So, it needs 32 strength to one-hand it, but we have 22 strength, so if you have 1.5% of the amount of strength, you need to one-hand the weapon. You can two-hand the weapon with no issues. And like I've mentioned before, our Grass Crest shield just needs to be on our back. This does really decent damage mitigation for a sword. 70% physical, so it's not the 100% that we have. So we can't use our shield and use this weapon effectively, but we can wield it two-handed and still get a really decent amount of block damage. We're doing way more damage with it. Terrible example. We're doing 413 per hit, which is huge compared to the 200 and something I think we were doing with the Drake sword. We can test it really quick. Now I have pumped this up to +2. It's 2,000 souls and a Twinkling Titanite. At Andre, you can pump those up. So I plus it twice to +2. Let's see what we get with this. 176 versus the 400, because it's scaling with our strength. So, every bit of strength we have is going towards damage on this sword, unlike the Drake sword, which does not scale with anything. But that is going to wrap this episode up for today, guys. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.